Everybody, welcome. Anin, Courtney Indijna Kasmakwanindudam. I work at the First Nations Housing and Infrastructure Council in Media and Communications. I am Soto Anishinaabekwe, a member of the Key First Nation in Treaty 4 territory in Saskatchewan. And I'm really happy to be here with all of you today. I'm going to pass it over to Bertha, who is going to open us up in a good way. Thank you.
Tansin dotimak. Kay miwas no ta kakyo kapitikwi kani boya kakyo ta kapia. Kakyo kokum no komosum no kwistuao. Miwasin. Nia si Kaswa and Bertha Cardinal. Otatoski ano ta Friendship Center. Been here for 30 years. And for me to be here in a family, in a community, I get really good support from my elders and my relatives of the community. I'm in the Clayton Nation territory, and respectfully, I honor the Clayton elders and the families and the members of the community that work side by side, and especially the chief and council, for allowing me to bring my language, to bring my teachings in their territory. Hi on that. I thank you for that, merci. So I'd like to start off with a prayer from the Cree words. And everybody has their own words. Everybody has their own teachings. Everybody has their own ways and different ways. So I like to bring in my ancestors and in this circle of what we're planning on doing on Coming Home Story series. So I like to open it up with my language of the Cree Nation. Everybody has their own principles, their morals, their foundation of their circle, and their way they have their prayers, their own blessing. If you do not pray or bless, you have a higher vision, a higher good energy, vision that in your own self as I pray in my language. Hi. Mandu bibitagui, binisakomona nistakani poya kakyoda kapia. Kakio squawko kukum no quistua musum nakas pichmaganonan. Kakio the pizza hokuhima squawko ki yoga sisi gomenos. Capipitequito, capinisokamagua, casnano pispaia. Pinisokomoto is to on Japanak. Japanak was and gokum no comosum no quistoa. Manto pichmaganonan nisnano takapia. Question Dawson sak quisto Dawson swao bibisak. Gosikakyon doti makweskanoimek. Pichmaganonan manto pichmaganonan. Manto mamuiskuitin kaskapino chmaganoya pizza hokuhun Japana kweskanoinwea nistanan. Manto pichmaganonan. We'd like to thank you for the Creator for all the gifts that He brings in with our teachings, of sharing our languages and sharing our teachings the best way we can, especially our families and our communities, especially our elders that are out there and all the children. Protect them in a good health and a good way with our journey. And may the guiding light of your home fires keep lighting with good health, with good journey. Hi, amen. Hi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now I'm going to pass it over to our Executive Director, Michael Sadler, to say a few words before we begin.
Great, thank you, Courtney, and welcome everyone to this important event. And my name is Michael Sadler. I am Gitsan from Kispiox First Nation, and I'm the Executive Director of FNHIC. Just want to thank Courtney for coordinating this, getting the funding and coordinating these series, which are super important, especially at this time of year with September 30th approaching. And thank you to Ruby and Dawn for participating and sharing their stories with us. And I know that none of us are untouched by residential schools and what's happened, and much of the work that we do is a direct result of the intergenerational traumas and effects of what happened at residential schools. So welcome everyone, and I'm looking forward to hearing the stories. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Michael. Now I'll pass it over to Ruby and Dawn. Thank you both so much for being here with us today. It's just an absolute pleasure and honor to have you here.
Okay, so my mom is a residential school survivor from Willard Bay Residential School. and she's gonna tell how she first left her village with her dad. So remember when Grandpa Beanets took you on a boat to St. Tula? Mention that.
Yeah. My last supper.
Yeah. So
Do I start?
yeah, you start. yeah.
Oh, when I first went to the residential school in 1949, my dad took me to St. Tula, which is just around the corner from Alert Bay. We went and had a big lunch or whatever. He fed me before the kill.
Mhm.
Then he took me to Alert Bay. Let's go see Martha. She was in a residential school,
Your older sister.
my oldest sister. So we went there. Martha showed me around the school. Went back down to see my dad. He wasn't there anymore. He left me there. Oh, I started crying. Where's my dad? I was talking in my language. I couldn't speak English. And my sister told me that I had to stay there, and I started crying all over again. Just bad for me.
Mhm.
So that first night I was crying alone in my dorm. She was in the senior dorm. So they brought me upstairs to go sleep with her because I couldn't stop crying.
Mhm. And then Auntie Pauline was there too.
Oh, and
Auntie Pauline was.
she's not my auntie.
I mean, sorry.
my niece Pauline
yeah.
was there too.
Yeah.
They put me in a junior dorm, but I had to go up my senior dorm because I couldn't stop crying. They were keeping all the little girls awake. Yeah, so they put me up where Martha and Pauline were. But
This is how they were mean.
they were really mean. They
strap.
strapped me around here, but I couldn't stop crying. I started crying more and more. Why did they do that to me?
Because you couldn't speak English.
I couldn't even speak English. I was speaking my language. They strapped you for talking your language. Why did they expect us to learn English right away? I can't understand that.
Yeah. And the Northerns they treated bad.
And the northern kids got treated bad because their parents weren't around. My mom was always visiting us and my dad, so they didn't do anything like that to us. But to the northern bunch kids, oh, they were mean to them.
And you were allowed to go home for Christmas.
And I was allowed to go home for the holidays, and these poor kids had to stay there because they were from up north. It was too far for them. But I love the holidays
Yeah. Bad
because
food.
the school was bad.
Bad food.
It was really bad food, and we didn't know any. I didn't know how to speak English yet, and they told me to read the board. I couldn't even read it. Of course, they strapped me.
Mhm.
And the food was really bad. I had to give mine to the girl across from me. I'm sure enough she ate it. There was worms in it and everything. Oh, it was awful. But the other girl will eat it because she was so hungry.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had my parents bring me food all the time. St. Mike's.
Mhm.
Oh,
Show a picture.
it was bad. Where's the picture?
Just want to show a quick picture. A quick picture of my mom's family. These are chiefs from Kingcome Inlet, and Dad's point out your dad. He's really young in there.
Right there.
Yeah, that's my mom's dad. My grandfather, William Whale Dawson, is a big chief. These are all line of chiefs there. But yeah, Mom comes from a beautiful, amazing family, and she's got beautiful pictures all around her house. But yeah, she always tells me stories. She never lets me forget about the residential school. And when her dad brought her to Sointula, which is a neighboring island from Alert Bay, brought lots of fruit and
Fed me for the kill.
yeah, fed her for before the kill. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she had no idea she was going into that ugly school, right? And
First time I have white man food.
yeah, and Sointula Cafe. Yeah, yeah, and but yeah, she's she's a survivor.
Yeah, over 80 years old. I was 16, I think, when I went there. 14. Yeah.
And he graduated,
I graduated from there.
and then
Then came down here from a secretarial.
And then you were in a TB
Oh
hospital?
yeah, I went to a TB hospital too, which was bad.
Yeah. So one institution from another. So she was in a TB hospital in Nanaimo.
Yeah,
Yeah, for a few
4
years.
years. I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you moved. You came to school here.
Yeah.
Then you moved back to Alert Bay.
Well, I had the job here first.
Oh yeah, right.
Then I went to Alert Bay and got a job in a band office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then I moved back here.
Married dad had us.
Oh yeah. How many kids?
4 altogether. Yeah. But you still got your language.
I still got my language and I love my life. I got 4 kids. I had 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Teach your language too.
I was teaching for my language for our Native Education Center. I love talking it. My daughter doesn't talk.
Yeah, again, yeah, because I guess it's what you call intergenerational trauma. Like she never taught us our language when we were little because of what happened to her, right? And I know some, I'm not fluent, but I know some basics. Like Yo Week says, hi, how are you doing?
Gila.
Gila Kesla is welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she loves talk about the big house. She loves dancing in the big house.
Oh, I love dancing.
Yeah.
Not, oh, same as me, Babalula too.
Rock and roll Ruby.
Yeah, with the 3 hours.
Rock and roll Ruby. Yeah. But yeah, you go to Kingcome when you can, your actual hometown.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful place. I went to school there for a while.
Oh yeah, that was a day school. Yeah.
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 Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a lot of different schools. Yeah. Besides residential school, she went to Indian day school in Kingcome. It was a church.
Yeah.
It was so cold. in that
Cold
church.
winter. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And how many of you? 17.
Oh yeah, 17. Only 3 left.
Yeah. Cold winters in Kingcome.
Yeah. 17 kids.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Let me.
Any other questions?
Maybe you could tell us a little bit about, I know you wrote a book with all your stories and in your language, and just maybe a little bit about how it was raising your own kids, Ruby.
Oh, how
It's
you raised
been
us.
incredible that you were able to keep your language.
4 of them. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. When we moved down here, I had 4 kids. Now I got 3, but
Sister to Jessie, the young sister.
my youngest daughter, she was mentally challenged and she died when she was in her 20s. Yeah.
She didn't have to die either.
She didn't have to die. It was a dentist that did something wrong to her. But I've got 3 kids, 2 boys and Dawn. Yeah.
Mm.
Which I raised by myself. I think them doing good. They all work.
Raised in Vancouver.
Raised in Vancouver, ugly Vancouver. And I still be Babalula.
Yeah.
He's my baby. I'm a dancer.
And,
Indian dancer and a rock and roll.
and biggest flirt.
And the biggest flirt in my old age. I like the young ones.
Young ones. She said, Ula. She got a lot of nicknames. Ruby, Ula, La, Cranmer. She goes, Ula, La to all her guys.
Yeah.
But this book, yeah, this is an amazing book. Your John and Katie, your students.
Yeah. It's on there.
Yeah.
John and Katie and my great grandmother.
Oh yes, tell about great grandma of the wild. I'll get a picture here.
I don't know. Well, we were named after dogs. Her name was Wayu, which means old dog, and her granny named Watsi, which means a dog. So it must have been revered in those days.
Revered in a high
Yeah,
ranking.
high ranking, yeah. Wayu, Watsi. Oh, the uncle named Waspala, which means smells like a dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was lucky to know her very well. She taught me the language more or less. Yeah.
And she's wearing a cedar woven dress
She made herself. Yeah.
and her regalia, and tell her about she survived the massacre.
Oh yeah, she survived a massacre in the 40s,
Or
30s.
earlier than that.
Yeah, earlier than that.
Yeah.
She went. She was only 12 years old, and she went and hid somewhere while the people were killing all the people on the reserve. But I won't be here if she didn't hide.
She disguised herself as in a water, like moss, like a floating
Yeah.
island. How she survived the massacre. In Guilford Island, the Bellacoola tribe came over the mountains and massacred the village, but she hid herself well and survived. And
Yeah.
if it wasn't for my great granny Wyatt, none of us would be here today, right? So pretty amazing stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful lady.
Any more?
Oh.
Indian dance and a bebop.
Yeah. Loves it. Hopefully we'll be going to a potlatch in Alert Bay Thanksgiving weekend, a long weekend. So there's a 3-day potlatch in Alert Bay. We haven't been to one since COVID times, right? So be nice to go back to our traditional big house, because it's healing, right? When you go dance.
Oh, it feels good when you go inside that big house. Feels so light and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. It's healing, uplifting.
Healing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just beautiful. Courtney, you've been to our potlatches, hey?
Yeah, they're
Both.
amazing. Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
beautiful. I love it.
Very powerful and uplifting and healing. And of course, all the good food. Yeah, the seafood. Yeah. Okay, what is that? Tamara Kiever, host, panelists, any questions?
Yeah, I think somebody raised their hand, and so I don't know if she had a question. So I just wanted to ask if she did.
Oh, she's our niece, Tamara Kiever. That's Aunt Lucille's daughter.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
that's our family, Tamara.
So there are actually 2 questions in the Q&A from
Okay.
Tamara. And one is, how often were you able to see Granny Nula, and what types of foods would she bring you?
Oh, your mom.
Oh.
What type of food?
Probably about twice a month, and she bring me Indian food, all the beautiful fish and all that. Seaweed, yeah.
Fruit.
We more or less to hide to eat it because they would let us eat anything there.
Oh, tell the story before you went to residential school. You had fish every day.
Oh yeah. We had fish every day. Now we don't even have it. We had fish every day at home, or clams, all the Indian food we can have.
Seal meat.
Seal meat, yeah.
Oh, Grandpa Beanuts used to hunt for the mountain goat.
Yeah.
When the village was.
My dad used to be a hunter. He used to hunt mountain goats. I don't even know what it tastes like though.
When the village was starving.
The village was starving. He fed the whole village with the mountain goat. Yeah, we had a good life I had a good life as a little girl.
Before he got brought to the.
Before the residential school, ugly residence. My dad thought it was a real nice place. Little did he know what was going to happen to us.
Yeah.
And another question was, were you able to see Auda Norma?
Were you able to see Auntie Norma?
Oh yeah, in the school. Oh, Martha was there. Norma already left, yeah. She went to the Nanaimo Indian Hospital.
Oh.
So Martha, my other sister, was there. And my niece Pauline. So I was able to see them, which was good. But every time we talked our language, we got strapped. I couldn't even speak English.
And you learn Bella Bella language there?
And I learned the Bella Bella. Kanasta halika. Kekwa.
That's the one. Yeah, she had met a lot of friends there. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
Is that Tamara?
Yeah, this is Tamara.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Camaro.
Lucile's daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hi. I love you guys and thank you for sharing.
Okay, I love you too, honey. I didn't know that was you.
Yeah, it doesn't show her face, but she's talking. Oh, that's awesome. Glad you're on the Zoom. This is
Yes, I love hearing your guys' stories and I'm thankful that you were able to see Granny Nula while you're in that terrible school.
yeah.
Were you ever able to see your dad Beanuts during this time or what was he doing when you were in there?
Oh, he was working as a logger, but whenever he had a chance, he'd come see me. Him and Mom would come and see me maybe once a month or something like that in residential school.
Something that always intrigued me and amazed me by you and Granny and Auntie and everyone is you guys kept your language and you guys communicated.
Oh, I'm glad I did.
How did that happen? How did you and Granny sneakily talk or how did you keep Kwakwala?
Well, I learned my language first. I could even speak English. So luckily I had a great granny, Wayus.
This
There's a
is
picture of her right there.
right here, Tamara.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Survived the massacre.
And I had to keep my language just to talk to her. She was
Yeah.
beautiful lady.
And
Thanks
now
for
I have my daughter
Exactly.
who's sitting right beside me listening to your guys' story. So she wouldn't be here either if it wasn't for her.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
true.
That's so true.
This is the one. This
Ah,
is the one. Number one.
yeah. So true. She's a true survivor, and as well as my mom's a true survivor. There's a many survivors out there
Yeah,
that
she
survived
survived
that.
that massacre in Guilford.
Yeah.
I better let you guys get back to your interview because I could sit here and talk with you guys for hours. So maybe I'll give you guys a call and come visit soon.
Oh,
Okay, sounds good.
that would be awesome.
Okay, I love you guys with all my heart.
Love you too,
Love you.
Tamara.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, Kisla.
Oh,
Oh, that's awesome. Wow. That's late Auntie Norma's granddaughter, my mom's older sister, Norma.
Oh.
Norma Dawson. Another beautiful lady. Yeah. Many survivors in the family. Any more questions?
Don't think so. We can finish it up now unless you had anything else that you wanted to mention before we finish here.
Anything else you want to say?
no, I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for everything and thank you for sharing with us. And also I wanted to thank the Department of Canadian Heritage because they provided the funding for this event. And so it's really nice that you could be here with us and you could share your really inspiring story. And now I'm going to pass it over to Kim, who's going to finish us off in a good way.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, this is awesome.
Hello, Hadi.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
hello. It's so nice to be here with you and listen to your stories, Ruby. You're a beautiful
Can't hear her.
storyteller. I love your humor. I
Yeah.
love your bebopalula.
Beat Bapalula.
My name is B. Bapalula.
Well, I'm gonna share a song that is in honor of you and in honor of your journey and your resilience.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Awesome.
I have my drum here. I'm gonna light a
Oh.
smudge too. I noticed that there actually was another question and there's a little Q&A box on the bottom. There was another question there from somebody that said, very amazing story. Just wondering if you still live in Alert Bay.
No, we don't live in Alert Bay, but we go visit as much as we can. Yeah,
And get Indian food.
you get Indian food. Yeah, we got lots of sockeye. It was a good run for sockeye,
Oh.
right? So we got lots because I still have a house there in Alert Bay, but
Mm,
we're gonna hopefully go next month and work on some barbecue sockeye and jar some fish and
nice.
get ready for the winter and the year. Yeah,
But I lived here for years. I forgot how many years.
since 70,
70s. Yeah.
71. Yeah,
So where are you now?
we're in South Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna drum.
I'm gonna
Sing a
drum.
song for you.
Does that sound okay?
Can't hear it.
Yeah, I could hear it.
Hiya ho, hiya ho, hiya ho, hiya ho. Hey, 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 hiya, hiya, hiya ho, hiya ho, hiya ho, hiya ho. Hey, 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 hiya, hiya. I will, I can, I'll show you I am. Hey, 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 hiya, hiya, usleitsi, uslei banyan ustan, siasto, hey, 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 hiya, hiya, hiya ho, hiya ho, hiya ho, hiya ho, hey, 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 hiya, Whee!
Wow,
That's a
awesome.
song for you coming from here at the Clately Tenay. I'm here at home. On this side of me is the railroad track, and over here is the Fraser River. And I'm
Oh,
very honored.
Fraser?
Fraser
Oh.
River, yep.
awesome.
Yes. And I'm here at my mother's house. This is where I'm from, the Clately Tenay, which is also known as Prince George. And
Oh, wow.
so
Oh,
thank
this
you
is
for
Prince George
inviting
Island.
me. Yes. I'm so
Nice.
honored to be here. And I'm really, really am grateful to you for sharing your story. I'm an intergenerational residential school survivor as well. My late father attended LeJac, and my mother attended a convent in Williams Lake. So I relate to what you're saying and the stories that you share, and I'm glad to hear that your parents were able to visit you, because that is a very rare story. And it just,
Wow.
it really shows your resilience and how connected you are to your family and your culture, and that you never lost that, because you have such a long line of really incredible people. You come from a long line of chiefs. You come from a long line of really powerful ancestors that I believe really carried you and held you. And I still see that today in the family that surrounds you. And I just really want to honor you, Ruby. You're
Oh,
wonderful.
awesome. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful words. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
You're welcome.
thank you so much. Beautiful. Wow. Yeah,
Amen.
just about, yeah. Wow. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier my mom's book, yeah, Ruby Stories, and it's in her language, and it's also in English. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful book. That's awesome.
Thank you all so much. Thank you, Dawn, and thank you, Ruby.
Uh,
Yeah. And thank you, Kim, and thank you, Bertha. It's been really wonderful.
yeah, this is awesome. It's the first time we've done Zoom, so this is so cool. And thank you for reaching out
Thank
to
you.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for listening to my amazing mom, tough as nails mom. Thank you guys. Hala
Thank
Kesla.